guys can all shut up, because in this
Where's my
world, you
popcorn?
are allowed to change your opinion when things occur. So what Jake wants to do is, oh, I have an opinion. I've got to hold on to it because I can't be wrong about anything, Blake Snell. Oh, 2 Cy Youngs. You still suck. You suck. You're terrible forever because I said that you're
How'd that
bad
first
and
start
I
go?
hated you. How did your bets go against him last year? Like, you just got to first start. Yes, he was ramping up. Nobody thought he was going to be bad, right? Meanwhile, we're betting under on the K props, under on everything with Blake Snell. That was the expectation. What are you eating?
My popcorn. I'm just watching the show.
Oh.
No, I mean, it's just so ridiculous. What
I
a
need to
dumb
turn my AC
thought.
on. How did we get on
that was-
Blake Snell? I love
That was
this.
home run leaderboard
Because
adjacent.
He gets mad. He gets mad if you change your opinion.
Who's mad?
Things happen in sports.
I feel
Jake,
great, man. I'm
Jake,
feeling fine.
you're not allowed to change your opinion on anything. If you have an opinion on one thing, you've got to keep it forever. That's just an idiotic process. It's stupid. Come on. No? You can't.
Sometimes you got to
change
go
your
down with the
opinion?
Titanic.
Nobody wants to respond.
Evan going around the horn. Chris, Joe, Aaron. Favorite outright for the Masters.
It's boring. It's not great value, but he's going to win. Scheffler, it's only 4-1. I probably won't actually bet it, but he's going to win. Sorry, it's boring, but that's what's going to happen.
Not if his wife has a baby.
Eats a boy.
True.
She's due in like 3 weeks. Brooksy, 22-1, getting more value than I expected in this spot. See, I kind of think this is boring, but I love the wager. I like the number. He pops it at all the majors, and he was terrific here last year. Not worried about any live tour issues there. We saw that last year. A lot of the live guys did pop, and I think Brooks is going to do it again.
Hideki, 20-1. He's won there before. Good course history. Has finished inside the top 20 in 4 straight years.
My guy Russell Henley getting steamed down from 80 to 55 to 1. So that's one. And then you know what? Kenny Kim got me back on the Lowry train at 40 to 1. So like that look as well. A top 5, 10, or 20. We talked about Corey Connors a little bit, plus 175. Henley as well. That's probably the better bet than an outright at plus 190. Any top 5, 10s, or 20s?
I like Rahm to go top 20. I mean, it's not a great price, I don't think. But Rahm top 20, I think he's going to perform well. I'd probably even go top 10. Again, I got to shop the price right before things tomorrow morning, but I really like Rahm to perform well again this year.
Man, there's I'm looking at a few different top 5s with some pretty good value that I like. Let's go Zalatoris. Plus 750 for a top 5. He's done that in the past. He also has a 6th place finish here. Yeah, let's go all in at nearly 8-1.
I'm going Henley. Top 10 plus 450.
There we go. All right. Like that. All right, let's go to matchups, whether it's head-to-head or 3 balls. Couple that could be out there. Corey Connors, greater than Max Homa at minus 120. And I'm talking about for the tournament. If you want to go first-round matchups, feel free to throw those in. Brooks against Victor Hovland at minus 120, another look.
I know everybody.
Patrick Reed, if we want to go course history, Patrick Reed, Siwoo Kim. That's an interesting one, even money for a former champ. Go ahead, Chris.
I know everybody hated it when I mentioned it earlier because it Rose's course history here, but he really has been playing poorly lately. Tiger first round against Justin Rose plus 105 just gives me a reason to watch Tiger in the first round, and who knows if he'll play more than one round given the shape of his body lately. I also really like there is a 3-ball Koepka, Spieth, Hovland. And I could be convinced to go either way on this. I will probably lean Spieth, but both Spieth and Koepka are 165. Spieth, Koepka, Hovland, 3-ball. I really like that one.
That's a tough one. That's a terrific group, but that's a tough one. As far as the matchups, Yeah, there's a few that I like. The one that stands out, I'm gonna double down here on Kepka, and I would take Kepka over Hovland. It's been a disappointing season for Hovland based on what we thought he was going to be, and the form is not there. 62, 36, 19, 58 over the last month or so. So at minus 110, I'll go Brooksy.
This one's interesting. Hideki versus Rory, 18-hole match bet, round one. Hideki plus 105. Rory's minus 140. I'll take Hideki.
Yeah, I feel like that's a coin flip. I'd rather take Hideki.
Yeah. I also feel like
Rory's
Rory's primed to come out and have like a great first round and then absolutely fall off the face of the earth. So I'd pay 140, I think, for that one.
But sometimes he does the opposite.
It's Rory at a major.
Yeah.
You never know.
That's why it's gambling, I guess. Right? Yeah, exactly.
We'll get into maybe miss the cut parlays or a cross sport parlay. That's always fun to do at the Masters. But how about just like your favorite make or miss the cut bet? I feel like it might lean more miss, but make or miss the cut bet.
I have a miss the cut bet that I'm going to save for our power rankings in a couple minutes. My favorite make the cut is Phil, plus 116. I'm sentimental. Come on, give me Phil. I know he's been... Yeah, I mean, he hasn't played well on Live this year. He really hasn't. He's been bad, actually. But get back to Augusta. Get back to a place where he's familiar. I think he plays well.
Yeah, I'm surprised you can get plus money there. It's he's listed as a favorite for top senior. I was telling you guys, minus 190 favorite. Like, you look at the list, how is he not the top senior? When you're comparing him to guys like Mike Weir or something like that.
Right.
Favorite make or miss, the value is going to be on the miss if you're just doing a single bet, because we all know the history and it kind of falls in line there. You're not going to find value on a make. So those are more challenging to find, but I was surprised. Better than 2-1 for Max Homa at plus 230. Been here 4 times, missed the cut twice, never been top 40. That's a pretty good number at plus 230. So I'll go there for miss.
All right, let's go to one of the older guys. Course history. Not sure this is the best number. Phil Mickelson, plus 116 to make the cut.
I mean, we saw what happened last year with Phil and Reed and Koepka. I mean, these guys, a lot of these guys on Live have won this event before, and Live is such a sticky course history type of an event that, these guys have experience. They know what they're doing. They don't even have to have good form coming in. I mean, Phil, I think that might have been Phil's only top 10 in like the last 2 years or something like that, even on Live and other majors. So, I mean, you can't not think about these guys. Koepka is my headline bet. I will bet him at every single major for the foreseeable future. I don't care if he's at Live. I don't care if he's playing the Muni track and some mini tour. I don't care. When it comes to the majors, he knows what he's doing. He knows what to expect. And I'm not worried about these Live guys, especially at the Masters.
What about your G-Men? Right now, it's a mix of two guys.
I'm not a Giants fan.
You're not? I thought you were.
No, I'm a Dallas
team?
Cowboy fan, unfortunately.
Oh, wait a second. I mean, you're Knicks, so I assumed that you had to be Giants because you always had strong thoughts about them in the past. Okay, good.
I do.
Cowboys. How do we make money on the Cowboys? What are they doing?
First offensive lineman is the first pick of the Dallas Cowboys draft will be an offensive lineman. The Dallas Cowboys would draft an offensive lineman if they didn't lose Tyron Smith. But now with Tyron Smith being gone, the plan is to move Tyler Smith over to left tackle. And Tyler Smith, that's been one of the Dallas Cowboys one thing they can do well is draft. Win playoff games? No. Draft good players? Yes. And Tyler Smith has been one of the steals of, not really a steal, one of the fantastic draft picks. He's the guy that can come in there and play that left tackle. We saw him do that last year, but Mike McCarthy has kind of alluded to that player, black potential left tackle, will come from the NFL draft. So Smith is there now, but look for them to bring somebody in and move Smith back to the right side. So I can see the Dallas Cowboys going for a left tackle down there when they pick. And listen, right now, that's I saw that this morning at minus 130, and I was like, that's a steal. Yeah, it's not the big plus money bangers that we like, but, we're trying to keep pushing. You know what I'm saying?
Jaden Daniels, number 2. Does that make a ton of sense to you? Does that seem like the look with Daniels being the clear-cut favorite at BetMGM right now, minus 150 to go second overall to the Commanders?
Yeah, that's the pick that I like right there for the Washington Commanders. And I just really want to just break it down, just looking at it like this. This is a team that's coming off a season with Sam Howell. So what are you going to go do? Go get another North Carolina quarterback in Drake May? No, I think that these executives, new ownership group has really tried to listen to the fan base. They didn't get the coach they wanted. Trust me, the Washington Commander fan base did not want Dan Quinn to be their head coach coming off a 50-0 loss in a home playoff game as the Dallas Cowboys defensive coordinator. Wasn't really his best resume moment. With that being said, I think the fan base would rather have Jaden Daniels, and I think the organization would probably make that happen. Just going to another quarterback on Tobacco Road is probably not the right way to go about it. But here's the deal, right? When it comes to the NFL draft, I'm more willing to lay a bigger number. So right now at minus 150 to be the second pick, to me, that's a good NFL draft wager number. You'll see, by the next 2 weeks, 10 days or so, some of these guys are going to be minus 200-300 to go in these certain spots. So I think you want to get in early with these picks and don't be afraid to lay the wood when it comes to NFL draft.